Hello everybody, welcome to Storm in a Teacup. I am Tegan and I hope you're all well. Today it is wrap up time. I'm going to be talking about all the books I read in February. Okay, let's get straight into this. Now the first two books I read this month are part of a series, which is the Tomorrow and the War Began series. They are The Dead of the Night, which is the second book, and The Third Day of the Frost, which is the third book. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with this series, it is about a group of Australian teenagers who go camping one weekend, only to return to find that Australia has been invaded. It's intense, it's scary, and reading about how these kids survive and what they actually go through to try and help the war effort is it's crazy. It's so well written. John Marsden is a brilliant writer, and if you haven't read any of these books, I would recommend it. I believe there's 7 all up in the series, and I'm going to be taking a little mid-series break and read a few other books before I come back to these. The third book I read in February I've been reading over a period of time because it is a collection of poems. It's called Memories by Lang Leave. Firstly, this book is beautiful, not just because of the poems, but just in general. I love the inside cover. It's got these gorgeous, cute little bees. And there's this really beautiful artwork when you first open up, which is actually what caught my attention when I was flicking through this book before I bought it. I just think it's so cute and it's so pretty, and it's got a little kitten, and it's absolutely gorgeous. There's also a rose in here, which I really love. There we go, these little roses here. It's a really beautiful book. The poems are gorgeous. It's actually my first collection of poems that I've bought and read, and I really enjoy it. So if you're looking to get into poems, I really recommend checking out Lang Leave. The fourth book I read, I am having to give an 18+ warning because it makes 50 Shades of Grey look like a kid's book, and that is The Claiming of Sleeping Beauty by Anne Rice. Now, it is a retelling of the classic fairy tale Sleeping Beauty with a twist, with a huge, extremely graphic, extremely sexual twist. Anne Rice is the author of The Vampire Chronicles, which has Interview with the Vampire and The Vampire List Out, which are some of my absolute favourite books. And I'd been hearing about this book, but I never picked it up. And then I also heard that apparently it was going to be made into a TV show. After reading this, I have no idea how they are going to do that, because some of the stuff I read in this book it's shocking. It actually is quite shocking. But at the same time, Anne Rice's writing style is so beautiful that you can forgive what you read. Anyway, yeah. So if you didn't like 50 Shades of Grey, you're not gonna like this one bit, so don't pick it up. And yeah, if you're under 18, I hate saying this, but don't. Just don't. Because, yeah, but, yeah. That's all I'm saying about that one. On to something completely different. The fifth book I read was Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. Was Me Before You. This book was gorgeous. I gave it to my mom straight away, and it's been in her handbag, so it's slightly bent out of shape now. For those of you who haven't heard of this book, I picked it up because I saw the movie trailer. I think it comes out in June, and it looked really amazing. It was about a girl who went to work for a young disabled man, and it's about their relationship and how it grows. It does tackle some really serious issues as well, and the author has this style that just pulls you in, and you literally, like, it was so hard to put this book down. It's brilliant. And at the end, I was crying like I've never cried before, because the feels were ridiculous. It was brilliant though. I think this was probably my favourite one that I read this month. So I would definitely recommend checking out this one, but be prepared for the feels. The sixth book I read was Rebel of the Sands, which I don't have with me because I gave it to my best friend to read because I was going on and on about how brilliant it was, and it really was. I got it in the YA Chronicles for the month of February, and it was really good. It was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I read the back and it sounded brilliant, and then when I finished reading the book I was like, wow, the back just doesn't describe how good this book is, and I really enjoyed it. Amani, the main character, was a badass. She was so cool, and I just really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where the story goes. I believe the author is working on the second book, so I'm really looking forward to that. The final book I read in the month of February was a part of a challenge that I've set myself. That challenge is to read a classic a month for the entire year. I started off with Animal Farm in January, and I followed on that George Orwell trend with 1984. This book is brilliant. It's been a few years since I read it, and apparently I forgot how brilliant it was. It was so good. George Orwell's writing style is incredible, and I love how he challenges you and he makes you think, especially about the world around you, and it's amazing how something that was written so long ago is still relevant today. If you haven't read any of George Orwell's works, I highly recommend him. He is a genius and his books are incredible, and I really think you should check him out. So those are all the books I read in February. I had a really good reading month and I really enjoyed what I read. If you've read any of the books that I mentioned or are interested in reading any of them, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to have a chat to you guys about those things. Now, like I said, I have set myself a challenge of reading one classic a month for the entire year, and I thought maybe we could do a little classic read-along. If it's something you're interested in March, I will be reading To Kill a Mockingbird in honor of Harper Lee, who unfortunately passed away recently. If you're gonna read along, let me know in the comments down below or let me know on Twitter, and perhaps we can do a little read-along video or something like that. Just let me know your thoughts. Anyway, it's been great. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!